Nice. Let's hope this works. And right off the bat, I see a problem. No. Okay, so let's... Oh, we got a little change going on there, and hopefully... Well, I remember you saying that, Linda. Okay, has my cam come on there? Can people see yet? I hope people can see me. It's supposed to be. Hey, okay. So, yeah, there's a bit of a lag. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to do what I can, but there will be a bit of lag for this. There's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. And I see we have some more people coming into the chat. So, welcome to everybody. I love how it says I have 5 viewers, but I can't see anyone. Oh, it was echoing a little bit because it was getting volume from my phone as well. I had to turn the volume down off that. But is the audio okay for everybody now? Hello, Christine. Welcome. I'm really happy you made it. We're experiencing a bit of lag, so I'm sorry about that. But we're trying to cope with it as best we can. Well, for everybody here, thank you very, very much for subscribing. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm doing this. So this stream is for you guys and gals. So who's hungry? Well, thank you very much for that, Alyssa. Every little bit helps. I always say share this with anyone you know who either doesn't know how to cook or orders way too much takeout, lives on delivery, and is just slowly killing themselves with really bad food. Well, I'm not cooking with any fruits today, but I think, oh god, Streambot is being so bad. I wonder if I can tune it down while I've got the stream open. I don't think so. Oh wow. You didn't share it in the DCG room, did you, Christine? No, it's not. It's not me warning you, Alyssa. It's definitely Streamlabs. It's not me. Oh, the angry rabbit. Okay. Well, Shan and Kevin knew I was doing a stream today, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. Are we all ready to get some cooking done? I haven't told anyone what I'm making. It's been a big secret. Doing a live stream like this where I'm asking questions and waiting for an answer and then getting a lag, it sort of makes for a quiet stream. Well, let's see how this changes over. Hey, we have a cutting board. Well, at least I do. You should soon as well. Yeah, from what I see, there looks like there's about a 30-second lag again. So this is always fun when you're trying to live stream. Okay, so everyone sees the cutting board and everything now. No, we aren't doing chicken wings, but I am doing something with chicken. I'm what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk and just sort of do this like I normally do. And as I see questions or comments, I'll respond to them. Just expect a little bit of a delay before you hear my answer. I am going to work though with some chicken, and basically what I'm going to make for a change is chicken parmesan, everyone's favorite dish when they go to the restaurants and order. Um, and it's really weird because most restaurants don't even make it properly, so we're going to try and just show you a simple, easy way of doing it that's not deep fried and not just really bad. So let's get some cooking done. So as always, we have our chicken breasts, some nice simple that I picked up. No, actually, chickens are not. They'll eat anything that you put in front of them. Uh, yeah, if they can get their beak around it, they'll eat it. So just what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut this in half. You've seen me do this before where I butterfly the chicken. And we'll do that. And I've got another one here. So all I'm doing is slicing down the middle of the chicken breast to thin it out a little bit. Yeah, I love chicken parm, but every time I go to a restaurant, it's just absolutely horrendous. It's more breading, and it doesn't taste like anything, and or it tastes just like the deep fryer that they cooked it in. So this is a way that I was shown from a local Italian restaurant that actually does it really, really well. And well, here's a fun little fact: chicken parm isn't Italian. It's actually an American dish. If you go to Italy and you ask for chicken parmesan, they'll have no idea what you're talking about. So now that we have our butterfly chicken breasts, just like we did with the chicken fingers, we've got a couple of coatings. I hope all this shows up on camera, because I'm watching the live and it's lagging even for me here. So yeah, so we do have our 3 stations just like we did when I did the chicken fingers. We've got our flour, we have our egg, we have our egg, and we have our breadcrumbs. We're just going to season the flour, and I'm just going to do it very simply. I don't want to add a ton of flavor. It's not like when I did the chicken fingers. This, we're just trying to get the flavor, a little bit of extra flavor. It's not the main flavor. So I've just started off there with a little bit of onion powder. Then some garlic powder. Some fresh cracked pepper. And if I can find it, I thought I had everything ready. There we go. Just some Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning is no more than a little mix of oregano, basil, some thyme, and a hint of rosemary. Because too much rosemary, it's all you can taste. I hope I haven't lost anyone there. Can everyone still see me or hear me? Because I don't know if I think I might have lost the stream here. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure there. So, all I've done, as you saw, was... Okay. Alright. Good. So, all I've done, like I said, is I've seasoned some flour. We have our egg. We have everything. As usual, I have my fry pan, my cast iron fry pan, just warming up beside me. So, we're just going to wait for that. And of course we've got some water boiling for the pasta. So it's a really simple dish, but I don't know why so many places screw it up. So try and get this camera so it sees a little bit better. There we go. But you know what? To make this even a little bit faster to cook, there, we just split the chicken breasts into individual halves. When you're breading something, you always go wet to dry, dry to wet, wet to dry. And you always want to try and get as much of the flour off when you're doing it, because otherwise everything will fall off, just like with the chicken fingers. So from the flour into the egg, then into the breadcrumbs. So far it's pretty simple, minus the fact we're lagging, and I'm looking at the video preview here, and it's like I feel like I'm watching the past. If you went straight from the chicken breast into the egg, the problem is the chicken breast is already wet, so the egg won't stick to it. And then you're going to go into the breadcrumbs, and the breadcrumbs will have really nothing proper to stick onto, so it's just going to fall off. And then you take that first bite, and everything ends up on the plate or in your lap or something. It goes everywhere but where it should. You can always use tongs or something when you're breading your chicken if you don't like getting, well, club hand. If you really don't care, like I do, there you go. You can just wash your hands after. Now that we've finished with the egg and everything, we can put that aside. And pardon the jumpiness, but time to move over to the fry pan. That's it. If you can't play with your food unless you eat all your toys first, right? So, whoa, we almost pan fried a camera there. The clip was slipping. So I just have my good old cast iron fry pan here. A little bit of butter in the pan. We're not going to deep fry this. We're just going to pan fry them. Really, what we're just trying to do here is get the breading set and to cook the chicken a little bit, because this gets finished off in the oven. So I have my pan to like a medium high heat. Nothing crazy. We don't want it super high, because otherwise what'll happen is obviously everything will burn on the outside before everything is cooked in the inside. We've got our tongs. Yeah, I had to replace this mount already. So the last thing I want to do now is have to replace the cameras as well before anything. So we haven't done anything too hard yet at all. Everything's been very straightforward, simple. We're not trying to reinvent anything. We're just trying to cook a good, simple meal. I try not to move it around too much for the first couple of minutes in the pan. What I want to do is I want to make sure that breading sets so that when we flip it over, it stays on the chicken. All we're trying to do here is get it a little bit browned. As I say, this will actually all get finished off in the oven when we're melting the cheese. Because, well, you know me, I have to have my cheese, right? So, I know you can't see it now, but just over here we have some boiling water going. I've got a cookie sheet to the side, which we're going to put our chicken in, and my oven has already been preheated to 450 degrees. This way, everything will be ready at about the same time. Because we've cut that chicken in half into those little cutlets, it's going to cook very, very quickly. So you want to make sure you don't overcook it. You can give it a little push. Careful, because obviously it's hot. And it should spring back, but still have some resistance when you push to it. When you push on it. If you push it and it still feels mushy, the chicken isn't cooked properly. And, well, raw chicken does not say a good meal. So you can see we've got some nice browning on there. I'm happy with how well that's cooked. You can put that back to the side. We're just going to quickly do up the last piece. And if you see your pan is a little bit dry, you can just add a pinch of butter. Well, that's good. And hopefully now she's watched the video, she can make her own. She can see how easy it is and not have to order them anymore. So we've got that nice browning going on. I can smell the onion powder and the garlic coming through. Also that little hint of rosemary that was in the Italian seasoning. The water now is boiling. So we're just going to cook up some dry pasta. You can use spaghetti or linguine or fettuccine. Right now, I'm just using a ratatouille because it's what I had open from one of my other videos. So, finish what you have. That'll take about 10 minutes to cook. If you're just joining us, because it says we have more viewers, but I don't know, but it says we do. We're just making a very simple chicken parmesan. All we've done there is pan-seared some chicken, a little light breading. The breading we seasoned with I'm just going to get that off the heat. Oh, that sounds loud. That's a bit better. So now, while we're waiting for this pasta to cook, I'm going to bring our chicken back over to our board. Everyone sees the chicken okay? The joy of live streaming, I can't edit. It's all on the fly. We can just take a little cut, give us an idea how much more time it needs. And this is pretty well cooked. So again, you've seen me use this before. It's just the tomato coulis. I've gone through a lot of different brands to find one that I like. This one I find is tastes very good. Doesn't have a lot of extra things that I don't want as far as flavors go. It is literally... Oh, welcome back, Linda. I hope you haven't missed too much. All I did here was bread the chicken, and then we pan-seared it just very quickly, enough to get the breadcrumbs basically to set. Now I've just put some tomato sauce on it, and literally I just did it with a jarred... Whew, that's hot. With a straight jarred tomato coulis. So it's San Marzano tomatoes and a bit of basil. So that's it. You haven't really missed too much. There we go. Hopefully the camera will switch back to me while everything's just cooking here. This coulis stuff is great. You keep it in the fridge. When you need it, you just pour out what you need. It's an instant sauce, and it's just a really good one. And I actually find it's got a little bit of a spice to it, which is nice, even though there are no spices listed. Chances are where they grow the tomatoes, there are some like peppers or something in the same field, and the flavors are sort of mixing up, which I have no problem with when they're that nice. I think we've lost a few other viewers here too, because I see the count keeps bouncing all over the place. I think we still have everyone. I really don't know. I can't tell. If you're still here, let me know. I can't see. Hello. Yeah, I think this stream is causing issues. Gonna have to figure out a better way of streaming. 'Cause I even think we lost Alyssa. Well, we're 30 minutes into cooking. Not even 30 minutes into cooking because we talked for a bit first. The chicken is already in the oven. We're just warming up the sauce in the oven while the chicken cooks a little bit. And once that comes out, of course we're going to cheese it up because, like I say, you know me, I have to have my cheese. And unlike most Italian restaurants, I'm actually going to be using a real Parmesan cheese. There's no point using that dry grated stuff. I want to make sure it's real cheese. For those who don't know, Alyssa is actually probably my youngest viewer. She's a huge PTW fan as well. So when she found out I did cooking, she jumped on to my channel as well. She's a great kid. She even has her own YouTube channel where she does some gaming videos playing Roblox. No, no green cans. No green cans, no artificial shakers. This was a block of cheese that I grated myself. So if we flip the camera back, or try to, and again without losing everything, we have our chicken. It's been in the oven with some of the sauce. And now it's time, of course, to cheese it up. So you have, I think it's law that if you're doing chicken parm, you have to have that thick layer of mozzarella. But then you have to have the real, there we go, the real Parmesan stuff too. Not the fake. This was all grated. There's absolutely no point calling this chicken parm if there's no chicken Parmesan, if there's no Parmesan on it. And it doesn't take a lot to really give it that flavor. When you're using the real stuff, a little goes a long, long way. You give it another little hit. Of some fresh ground pepper. This is going to go back into the oven once again. That's going to take no time at all. Exactly, nothing fake. You've seen everything that's gone into that. Let's face it, it was chicken, flour, eggs, a little bit of seasoning, some pure tomato sauce, and cheese. When you go to a restaurant and they give you that chopped and formed chicken cutlet with a sauce that came out of a can, most likely, we'll just check our pasta for doneness. So our pasta's nice. We'll give that a really good, quick little shake off. When you're using a strand pasta like spaghetti or linguine, it's a lot easier to get all the water off. If you're using something along the lines of a macaroni noodle or a noodle that has a lot of shape to it, make sure you get all that water off. And a good way is just put it back in the hot pan for a second and let that water steam off. So there's the cooked pasta, and again, because it's a nice sauce and doesn't need much or doesn't need anything else, I'm just going to toss some sauce right on that pasta. In a restaurant, they'd be doing this in a really nice fry pan or something. It works the same. You don't want to drown the pasta in sauce. You just want enough that it coats. We aren't eating tomato sauce with chicken and Parmesan. We're eating chicken parm, and it just happens to have some tomato sauce, some cheese with tomato sauce. Also at this point, of course, well, can add some more Parmesan. It's nice to add it right with your sauce, because then it's not only the pieces on top that have the flavor, it's all throughout the pasta. So my pasta now is cooked. Again, a couple of little hints, a couple of hits of pepper. Tukai, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm really glad you made it. There is a bit of lag, so I'm sorry about that. But I see you there. Welcome. You're about to catch the final result. There we just have some simple pasta with a tomato sauce and some Parmesan cheese mixed in. I was saying that there's no point just adding it on top of your pasta when, if you mix it all the way through, the flavor goes everywhere. You also use a lot less cheese that way. Just checking the oven. The main part of the meal is almost done. How has your day been going, 2Kai? Or is it 2K? I'm really sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name there. Ah, but you still don't know what the main dish was. All you know is we're having some little pasta with it. In fact, I'm sorry for the camera changes, but I only have 2 cameras. I need more. While the rest of our dinner is cooking through, We'll plate some of our pasta. And you can see that even the Parmesan cheese that we put into the sauce has melted in. So now that flavor's everywhere. It's not just on those few little bits at the top where the first few bites are way too salty and way too cheesy. Well, never too cheesy, but way too much Parmesan, and the rest is bland and doesn't taste like anything. Okay. And we'll bring this off camera for a sec, just while I'm doing a little plating. And there we are, folks. A simple, easy, cheesy, real chicken Parmesan. Using real chicken, real tomatoes, real cheese. Nothing fake, nothing processed, nothing artificial. Well, what's... Hey, I almost called this channel the Cheesy Chef, not the 5 p.m. Chef. So, very, very simple dish. Honestly, from start to finish, it was under 30 minutes. We chatted for a bit first. We waited for some others to show up. But we started this, and you saw me cook it right from the beginning. There was nothing set up in advance. So if you can't cook this for your family in 30 minutes, and most of that time was in the oven. So it's just a simple, great dish that just really, really warms you up, makes you happy. And why go to a restaurant and pay 15 or 20 bucks for something that's meh? For something that's just a chopped and formed chicken nugget with some tomato sauce on it. You can never beat real home cooking. So, let's do one last switch over here. And I hope the lag on it is not too bad. Well, Kai, it's real easy. We took a whole chicken breast, butterflied it in half, dipped it in some flour, then egg, and then some breadcrumbs. We seasoned it with a little bit of garlic powder, onion powder, some Italian seasoning, and some black pepper. Then we pan-fried it in a little butter to brown everything. Then into a 450 degree oven with our tomato sauce for about 5 minutes. Then we put our mozzarella and our real Parmesan cheese on it. Back in the oven for another 5 minutes while the pasta cooked. And that's it. I will have this though on the website. I will put the recipe up on the site as well. Although it's a simple enough recipe. And there we go. The main thing is, though, of course, how does it taste? The sauce is nice and simple. As I said, we just used a straight tomato coulis. It's not seasoned other than a touch of basil. But all the flavors are great. And yeah, that's it, Christine. You know, if you're going to eat real food. There's no point eating artificial stuff. There's enough fake stuff in our lives. Why do we want to put more into our stomach? This is the food that fuels us, that keeps us going. It's also what makes you happy. And if you're just going to eat to fill a spot, well, then you can eat anything. But if you're eating because you enjoy sharing what you can make with others, then do it properly and do it right. Use real ingredients, cook from the heart, and it's as simple as that. The difference will show and will come through in your food. Tukai, I know your kids are going to love this dish. If you say they're finicky, it's great. Just tell them it's a chicken nugget with ketchup and cheese. They won't know, and they're going to love it. So, for everyone who is still here from the stream, I have to say thank you very much. Thank you for putting up with this lag. I'm going to have to figure out some way of cutting that back or something. But I'm grateful for those who have come by today. This was my thank you for 100 subs. So I wouldn't be doing this without all 100 of you. So I'm really, really grateful to you, and I thank you very, very much. More stuff is on the way. This is only the beginning. And you never know, I might even have a new video up tomorrow as well. But if not, we have the stream. And until we meet again, for me it's dinner time. I'm starving and it's right here under my nose and I'm going crazy smelling it. So I want to thank everyone for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and bringing me up to this 100. If I could, Christine, I would. And then you could bring me a cat as well. And the hostess pies. So thank you to everyone once again. It means a lot. Share this with your friends. Share this with your family. Hell, tell strangers to come by and take a look. It's the only way that the channel grows. But it also shows that you have an interest in what I'm doing and that you care about what I'm doing. So, thank you again. I can't say it enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to go eat this. I'll be talking to some of you, I'm sure, on Discord. So, thank you, and we'll see you all again really, really soon. And hopefully with a little bit faster stream and less lag. So, not too bad. We did it. We didn't burn down the kitchen. I didn't pull anything out of the oven without my oven mitts this time. The kitchen is still standing. So, I think we did okay. Thanks again. We'll see you all really soon. Enjoy. And like I said, for those who don't know, we have our Discord room. So if you want to chat food, you want to ask questions, you want to ask anything, when this comes up, I'll make sure to put the Discord link in the description. And I really hope to see you come on Discord, and can always reach me there and always ask me questions. Thank you ever so much to everyone. Have a great evening. I wish you well. And as always, enjoy.